Today on the Strong Coffee Drip, we try something completely different. Welcome to the Drip Draft number 1. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brian from Strong Coffee Marketing, joined as always by Duncan and Iain. Guys, how you doing?
When I can.
Okay. Ian's always here. Duncan is a part-time contributor. Yeah.
Nice to be here. Nice to be asked back.
Yes. Like you're a political contributor. We're bringing you back for your special information. Well, thank you guys. Hope everybody had a fantastic weekend. And last week was Small Business Week. For me, anyways, I was on the road a lot speaking. Great to get out into some different communities and see people that I haven't seen in a long time. So that was a lot of fun. As mentioned, we're going to do something a little bit different today. Normally on the podcast, we have a bunch of topics we want to cover. We're not doing that today. We'll do that probably next week when we do our regular Strong Coffee Drip. Today we want to do something different, and we've decided to give a draft a try. So I want to run through some of the details of the Drip Draft, and then we're going to get right into Drip Draft number 1. So what we decided to do, you've probably seen this on other podcasts before, we want to do a draft where the three of us will take turns drafting certain things. In this case, we're going to be talking about the best internet memes of all time. We're going to do a 7-round snake draft, meaning whoever picks 1, we go 1, 2, 3, and then whoever picks 3 goes 3 and 4, and we go back like a snake, back and forth, until we have reached 7. Once we have concluded the draft, we're going to take those answers that we give, we're going to put them on a graphic and put them out on social media and allow people to judge our teams, to vote on who they think the strongest team is. And once that voting has ended between both the general public, people that follow us on social, and our staff, one of us will be named the Drip King. You will be getting a scepter and a crown, and you will be the Drip King until the next time we do a Drip Draft. Hopefully we'll do another one in about a month or so. Duncan basically said, well, just send it to me now. I'll just keep it for now. I don't know. He's pretty cocky. We'll see. He obviously is the king of internet memes. I
think the right word was confident. I think you meant competent is what I think.
Okay, you're very confident in your abilities. So we will see very shortly. 7-round draft. I have made the order. I actually picked names this morning. So what we'll do is I will announce the first person. You will make your selection, and then we will carry on. If you have any details you want to give to better sell your selection, that's fine. I know we were chatting earlier about, some of the memes that are out there now, there's a story behind them, but you might see the meme or share the meme, but you have no idea what the actual story is. So I know in my research, I've learned some of the backgrounds of these memes. I'm like, oh, I had no idea. So, so give your selection, maybe if you've got anything to say about it to kind of hype up your pick. And from there, we'll get going. So I'm excited to officially call the first ever Strong Coffee Drip Draft, best internet memes of all time, officially open. And leading off with selection number 1, completely random, somebody's got a birthday today. Somebody is celebrating a birthday today, and that person has been selected as number 1 overall. Now, who might that be?
Brian.
Iain. All the way from Scotland, Iain. I'm sure your watch party back in Scotland, there's thousands of people. Yeah, thousands of people watching at the watch party to hear your selections.
Our 3.3 million followers,
Yes. So, Iain, if you want to go ahead with the very first pick in the Drip Draft number 1, best internet memes of all time, who are you taking? What are you taking?
Well, I'm delighted that I got to go first because I feel like there is a very obvious first choice. And Brian, without giving anything away prior to the recording, I said that to you and you didn't agree that there was an obvious one. I wouldn't say this is the OG meme by any means, but I think it is by far one of the most popular. It is, of course, the one and the only Rickroll.
Oh.
No.
I don't agree that it's the best one, but it was high on my list.
Right.
Yeah. Okay.
I think it had to be my first choice. I thought I might lose it if I didn't pick it first. I think that everyone knows it, and for that reason, I think it's got the strength behind it.
Okay. I mean, a good selection. If we're looking at memes of all time, it stood the test of time.
Indeed, yeah.
Yeah. So, okay, no, I think a very fair selection. I don't think
Is it
the
really
audience
a
will get
meme,
all over
though?
you.
Like,
It is, though. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Okay, like to me, that's like, you get Rickrolled on like Reddit. Someone gives you a link and you click it, and you're like, oh, it's that video again. It's not like.
But you can put words above the video or attach it to.
Have you seen that?
About what the meme is.
I've always seen it as kind of like an internet joke. I guess that's what a meme is. So I guess sure, I'll let it pass.
You'll
It's like
let
a
it
different
pass,
kind of
Duncan. He
meme.
can pick whatever he wants.
I know, but I can also criticize his picks.
I don't think you see the meme is the meaning of the word meme obviously comes down to what it stands for. It's like an idea that goes through
Like internet lore or
right. Indeed.
And when it pops up, it's always a thing.
The image with the white text above and below.
No, I think that's I've never seen in a sports draft where somebody makes a first overall selection and the GM from another team stands up and is like, "You're an idiot." So here, we've got that already controversy on Drip Draft number 1 after one pick. So thank you for that. Thank you for that, Ian. We are now going to go to pick number 2, completely drawn at random. We are going to go with probably the most controversial GM in the history of the Drip Draft, Duncan, number 2.
So, I think one of the biggest memes of all time, at least, see, the thing is about memes is it depends on where you frequent, it depends on the websites you go to, because they do definitely change based on where you are. There's a lot of jokes, a lot of different things that work. But this one is probably one of the ones that I'd say most people have seen before, and that will be...
Nice. Yep.
House burning.
House burning girl, we'll call it. Yeah.
Yeah, house burning girl. Whenever shit hits the fan, she usually makes an appearance, especially if there's some potential ulterior motives in play in the storyline that you're reading. So that is probably the one that I would say is relatively high on the list of memes out there. No.
I can't argue with that one at all, Duncan. And you know what? When I had mentioned earlier about having learned the history of memes, that's actually one I learned the history of. It is a girl and her dad. They were watching a demonstration or a training session for the local fire department, and she happened to turn around and look at her dad in the picture. So no one is actually in the building, from what I read. It's a training session, but it just happens that she was all about it and loving life at the time. So good selection, Duncan. So we've got Rickroll and House Burning Girl off the board. That leads the next selection to me, of course. There's only 3 of us, and being a snake draft, I get selections 3 and 4. So although I'm not picking number 7, Duncan.
I said, what is this? Catan?
Oh, yes, it's Catan. Yes, it's snakes and ladders. Yes.
Some people will get the reference.
Yes.
With my first selection, number 3 overall, I'm very excited to draft Distracted Boyfriend. It's a little bit newer. I would say it's maybe only 3 or 4 years old, if that.
No.
2 years old?
That's much older than that.
Really?
Yeah, it's way older.
With the guy with his girlfriend and he's turned around looking at somebody else?
Probably
like
8 to 10 years old.
I saw the picture where they recreated it after 17 years, and I saw that a year ago. So
I'll look for the history of it, but regardless, be jealous of my pick.
A classic.
A classic.
I think it's a classic.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my next pick, for me, when you were talking about number 1s overall, to me, this is one of the ones that I would put very high up there. And I'm going to go with pointing Spider-Man. Spider-Man pointing at each other.
Yeah.
I think it's got a lot of different things you can use it for. And who doesn't like Spider-Man? So with my second selection, I will be doing pointing Spider-Man, which now leads us back to Duncan for his second selection.
I'm going to keep with the fire theme because I feel like we might as well stick to that.
Wow. You have a theme.
I'm going to go with
yes.
That was my next one.
It was going to be on, it's on my list too. Yeah.
Oh no. This is fine.
I mean, I think it's pretty, apropos for well, actually, pretty much everything we're seeing in the world nowadays. As the world burns and crumbles around us, what can we do but just say, this is okay, this is fine, doesn't really matter, can't do anything about it anyway.
And as a sports fan, that's a very common one in sports when everything is crumbling around your team and the GM is sitting there not making trade or something or doing anything. It's like, this is fine. So, no, a very solid selection there, Duncan. I don't think anybody can argue with that. Yeah. That brings us to Iain. So now, Iain, you will have pick number 2, and then you'll have your third pick as well.
Yeah, 2 in a row. I've got a choice now because I've got 3 that I think could all go in either of these 2 slots. So first up, I'm going to go with Drakeposting.
Oh, so, that's another good one.
I feel like that's newer, but I could be wrong about that. But yeah, Drake with the
going like this.
Yeah.
No, I feel like it's a strong one. See it a lot. I've certainly seen it a lot in recent years. So I'm going to go with that for my number 2 pick. And then for my number 3 pick, I am going to go with Roll Safe, which is the guy doing that.
Do that again? Yeah. Sorry, I just missed it.
Roll Safe is the sort of smart. You see it in a lot of plays. Yes.
I believe from a BBC documentary.
Oh, really?
I believe that's where it came from. Yes.
Okay. I thought it was from a TV show, but
Yeah. No, I'm. You know what? We're not here to tell you the history of memes.
No, indeed, we're not. We don't know them ourselves, but it's one I find myself using a lot. What I like about that one is I find myself using it a lot when someone makes a good point,
or not even a good point. Just like you're not broke if you don't check your bank account.
Yeah, exactly, something like that. Yeah.
You know what, Iain? Good selections there. Those are quality selections.
Thank you.
So now this leads Duncan. This will be your third selection.
Oh, back to me. We're going to take a slightly different tactic on this one, but this
not going to go fire.
All definitely seen before. It is another representation of distrust of society. It is.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good one. You are.
Do you have a name for that one? Do you have a name?
I feel like this was the storyline was like kind of like one of those charity things to Africa, and this guy's just giving her some sus base. So I don't know.
Yeah, I would call it sus-faced child kind of thing. Okay.
Sus-faced child, that's good.
I'll see if I can find an official name for it.
Yeah.
From the Internet Meme Directory.
Knowyourmeme.com.
Yeah, sus-faced child. Yeah. Nope. Quality selection there. That was on my list as well. I've got a few on my list here. I'm just looking. Okay, I get 2 in a row. Yeah. I got to knock off 2 big ones. I'm just going to get these right off the board so you guys can't touch them. Pick number 3 for me, Condescending Willy Wonka.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
It's on my list. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Again, like so many of the ones we're talking about, there's a lot of uses for it. It's oftentimes on a lot of the meme generators where you can add your own text above and below. So I like that one. I believe that's Gene Wilder as Willy Wonka. And I'm going to go with one. So I was in Peace River with Trevor last week. We were up there doing some speaking, and I mentioned this draft to Trevor on the drive up, and he's like, well, I'm going to mention it to the group I'm speaking to, and I'm going to get you ideas. And I was like, there's no way he's actually going to do that. He did do it. So this is an ode to Trevor because he actually took the time to ask the people in his class, what do you think the best meme is? And this one was on my list anyways. I'm going to go with Success Kid, the little kid with the little fist. Yes.
That's
Success
actually
Kid.
that. Surprised that's not higher up on the list. That is a very good one.
It is.
Yeah, because it's it's one of those memes too that's kind of PG, so no one's going to get offended by Success Kid.
That's
I mean, would you get mad at Success Kid? I wouldn't.
I wouldn't get mad.
Yeah. Okay, so that now I have 4 total, and now we're going to go back the other way. Duncan, for your 4th selection in the Drip Draft Best Internet Memes, who are we going with?
It's a tough one. Am I doing 4 and 5? Is this my turn?
No, you don't get to snake because you're in the middle.
You're always in the middle.
No snake for you.
Understood. I think it's got to be, for my next one, it's got to be that the internet thumbs up guy, like old man by computer thumbs up guy.
Oh.
I
Yes.
couldn't find the original, but I did find this. It's the same.
Yeah.
Because he's
Same
been
guy.
used, and he has this photo in like 30 different versions. Because I think his daughter like came up to him and was like, "Hey, I want to do some stock photography, and I think you'd be a great model for it. So we're gonna get these photos up." And they've been used. I mean, I don't even know if they've actually been used for real purposes. I remember seeing it once on a real website, and I just had to laugh because it's been used in so many memes.
Somebody didn't know.
Somebody didn't know.
No.
But that dude with thumbs up around a computer looking absolutely terrified is got to be one of the best ones.
It's,
and this brings up an interesting one with Duncan here. So there's many versions of memes with that guy.
Yep.
Are we considering, because computer thumbs up is off the board, is he off the board completely?
Yeah.
Or can he be used again? Because there's one of him crying.
Yeah. No, I think. So,
yeah, I guess I had to do that because I couldn't find the original meme, but I
the
could find the
original
guy, so I was like, well, let's just. My specific one is the computer.
The computer one. Okay.
When he's looking terrified.
But
I feel like. So this was on my list, and I looked it up. As far as I understand, the official name of the meme is "Hide the Pain, Harold."
Hide the Pain, Harold. Yes.
Yes. Because it always looks like he's hiding pain behind that smile.
I like that.
And for that reason, I would say that the meme "Hide the Pain, Harold," anything featuring him is now off the board.
Oh wow.
That's a gift to Duncan, but I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I think.
Wow, that's a big one.
Hide the
pain. In
pain.
hindsight, that could have been near the top if you could just get Hide the Pain, Harold all encompassing. That's a big one.
It is. I actually moved it down my list, believe it or not, which might have been a mistake.
In hindsight, yeah. And kudos to Duncan for having cards.
Yeah.
That's, like when they have a hockey draft and the first few selections get jerseys with their names on it, and then eventually it just becomes you get a jersey without your name on it. Duncan has them printed out.
I think Duncan likes board games. I think I know where he got those. Yeah.
You are correct, but that's okay.
So is there cheating involved here or no?
No.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine. Ian, you're back in the snake draft for number 4 and 5.
Okay. Right. I'm sorry. I'm looking down my list now just to see.
I got to dig a bit deeper.
Right. Okay. Too. Next up on my list, there were a couple to choose from. This is going for a TV show. I think you'll all recognize whichever one I pick. But Futurama has several good memes, and I think I'm going to have to go with Not Sure If, the one where Fry has the really squinting and is trying to decide.
Squinting Fry.
Yeah.
Squinting Fry. Yep, I gotcha.
Like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Again, can be used so many times, and it's often found in meme generators.
Absolutely.
Okay. Nope. Great.
And then, what do I go with here? I think I'm going to go with Leonardo DiCaprio laughing, which is the one where it's kind of. I'm trying to think of an example of it, but I think it's his character from. Is it from Django Unchained, where he's kind of laughing, and it's always a. We'll put up an example on the screen.
Yeah.
But I know the one where he's like sitting down. Doesn't he have like a cup or
he's
something?
He's looking at the TV.
Yeah, he's kind of like.
Old timey look, Leo. Yeah.
We'll put an example up on screen of all of these, I'm sure, as we make the video.
You're making an assumption because that's on me to do that. But now that you've said it, I'm going to do it. Don't worry. Leo laughing, and that's the old timey one, just so I'm aware.
Yeah.
Okay. And that brings up another interesting thing with Leo. Are other Leo memes still on the board then?
I would say so. Yeah.
Okay. Harold is different.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, that's cool. Duncan, your 5th selection.
So I only have 5, 6, and 7. So I have 3 left, right?
3 left.
Perfect. Okay. Next on my list is side-eyed girl in the back seat.
Yes.
A good one.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure this was from like a YouTube channel video. There's some question the mom asked in the front seat, and then it's like a freeze frame. But that's what I remember from that one.
Yeah. No, I like that one. I like that one a lot. I'll get the actual name. I actually don't know what the actual name is,
No,
whether she's looking sus or what have you
I
too.
mean, someone's making up the names at some point, so why don't we?
Yeah, I guess really, right? I'm going to do for my two selections, number 5 and 6. I've got an old school one I'm contemplating, but I think I'm going to leave it for now. I think my next one will be. Or do I just bring it out right now? I have to look at my team. How's my team looking right now? I got some pretty good ones in there. Let's go with. I'm going to go surprised Pikachu.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'm not a big Pikachu guy, but I appreciate the meme because just the way he's just looking, like he's kind of got the oh. So we'll do a surprised Pikachu. And then the other one I'm going to do, I don't know the name of it. I'll have to get the name of it, but it's similar to surprised Pikachu. It's the puppet, I believe, from a Brazilian TV show where he turns to the camera, like really slow turn over like this. I'll get the name of it. He kind of looks like a bear. I will get the name of it if you give me a second. I believe it's from a Brazilian TV show. It's a puppet, bear puppet, meme, TV show. I'll get, he's a monkey. Monkey puppet meme, side-eyed monkey.
Okay.
You'll see it on the screen when you watch the recording, and you'll be like, "Oh,
yeah.
He's got a green shirt, and he's a monkey, and he kind of does the whole like."
Yeah, I think so.
That's
I think
pretty much bang on. Like I nailed that. So monkey.
The resemblance was uncanny.
Yeah, that's what I'm dressed as for Halloween. Happy Halloween, by the way, tomorrow. Okay, so Duncan, you've got 2 selections left. We're going to go selection number 6 for you.
I can't do 2 in a row. Okay.
No.
My next one is the classic nerdy high school kid class photo, also known as this gentleman here.
Oh, what's his name?
According to the internet, it's nerdy high school kid graduation photo.
Okay, nerdy high school kid. Nerdy high school kid. Yeah, he's got a name. I'll find it. Duncan, did you ever have a nerdy photo like that in elementary school or high school? Yeah. Okay.
Probably still. I'm still wearing the glasses, to be honest. But now they just look cool.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go with that. All right. Nerdy high school kid off the board. Ian, you're going to do your last 2 selections now, number 6 and 7.
Holy moly, this is the last 2. Oh, my.
You even said at the start, it's like maybe we should only do 5 rounds. Look how fast 7 goes.
Well, I thought there would be more overlap, if I'm being honest with you. I thought we would be stepping on each other's toes more, which is, I guess, why I thought we'd...
Beauty of memes. There is many.
Yeah, that's true. It is true. Okay. Right.
I have like 5 remaining.
Sorry?
I have like 5 remaining.
Yeah, well, I've still got my list.
I want to throw a wild card in at the end.
Okay.
You want to do one bonus one as well?
Yeah, one wild card.
Okay, so we'll do so you'll do your 2, Ian, and then we'll do bonus after.
But let's make them obscure.
Okay.
Okay. That's good.
I'm not going to make this one obscure because I'm trying to win the draft here. So I'm going to go for my number 6. I'm going to go for most interesting man in the world.
Oh, he could have gone number 1.
I don't always, but when I do, that's my number 6 pick.
Okay.
For my number 7 pick, I'm going to go with flex tape.
Oh, flex tape is awesome.
Yeah.
Where he's smacking the tape on the side of the thing and all the water's dumping out.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's used.
Flex tape is a good one.
So much. So the whole meme surrounding both flex tape being able to be used for anything and the follow-up meme, which was flex tape can't fix that.
Yeah.
I just think the whole
like massive problem in the world. Exactly. I'm just going to throw this on it kind of thing. Nice.
Exactly that.
Do you really think on the flex tape commercial, the guy made a boat out of flex tape and then drove across the water? Have you seen it?
I think he did.
Yeah.
Really?
You
think it's really made of flex tape?
You did it with duct tape in Mythbusters. Why can't you do it with flex tape? Because flex tape seems more powerful and more waterproof. So
It's only one way to find out.
Next up on the
More than
Coffee
one way.
Podcast.
Yeah, we're going to do a podcast episode from a flex tape boat in the ocean. We're going to come for a visit, Duncan.
And we're gonna fill up our office with water and test it there.
Yeah, I don't know if the insurance company would appreciate that. We'll give it a go. Okay, so Ian, you've got most interesting man in the world in flex tape. 2 amazing selections there at the end of your draft. Strong second half of draft for you. Duncan, number 7 for you.
So I would have to say that as a society, we've really embraced memes in general, and especially when they have really quick turnaround. You have to admire them. So I think one that I guess this could be a bucket because there's like 3 really good ones that are going out right now with the election that's happening. But the one that I've heard the most is the one about eating cats and dogs that they've turned into a song. That one I've heard probably more than I care to share in the last couple, maybe month or so. But ever since he said that in that speech, they're eating the cats, they're eating the dogs, it's been turned into countless number of music background songs for TikTok, for various other things. And you gotta applaud the agency, whoever's really doing that so quickly. And I don't even think it's an agency. That one I think came from just the general public taking his words and then turning it into a song because it was just iconically stupid.
Well, the way he said it too lends itself to a song. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs. Like
there's other ones though. There's like those black jobs that Obama's wife. What's her name? She said. And then there was the most recent one that came out. But anyways, the point simply being, they're coming out with so many fast song memes, which is kind of different from what we usually see in memes. But that will be my final pick. They're eating the cats. They're eating the dogs.
Yep. And I like Duncan choosing to go with something very recent.
Michelle.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. Oh, Michelle. Yes.
Yes.
Michelle Obama. Okay. The last selection in the draft before we do our bonus ones, and we'll have to figure out what the bonus is going to be, but maybe, old school or somewhat unknown might be a good one. My final selection in the draft, there's really only one answer to this. I believe it's May of every year, there's a calendar invite that goes off on the calendars of myself and Ian and our friend Rodney, who has moved on and now living in Australia. And it surrounds a gorilla from the Cincinnati Zoo. And the unfortunate incident that occurred with the gorilla many years ago. My final selection in the drip draft, number 1, best internet memes of all time, Harambe.
Hey,
rest in peace, King. Harambe is off the board, literally, and in the draft.
Surprised he didn't go earlier, to be honest. That's a good one.
Yeah, well, I mean, some of us remember him every day, Duncan, and that's why it was important that I got him in this draft.
Or at least every year.
Yeah, more. I think it's May 30th. I don't remember the day. Okay, so we've had so much fun with this. We've decided we're going to do a bonus. So we'll go back to the top for bonus. So Ian, you'll go first, then Duncan, then myself. Wow. I would say here, do you want to just do somewhat obscure? Is that kind of what we're going for? Like not necessarily or do you just want to do straight out whatever you want? Like. Okay, anything you want. Doesn't have to be obscure. Ian, we'll go with you.
Mine might be I don't know if it's obscure or not, but it's one that I like, but I didn't think it was strong enough to make it into my top sort of 7 list. But it is ? Profit, which was from the original from South Park, where it's step 1 do something, step 2 ? Step 3 profit, and just a personal favorite. I like it a lot, but I haven't.
So practical. It has so many uses as well.
Indeed, yeah.
Good bonus. Good bonus. For somebody that we didn't have bonuses 5 minutes ago, good solid bonus right there.
Thank you.
Okay. Duncan, your bonus selection.
Don't ask me why I chose this one. It just, for some reason, I think there's like genres of memes. There's ones that are funny. There's ones that are like, yeah, I get that vibe. And then there's some that are just like, what the heck am I looking at? And this is one of those, and it allows your brain just to make up its own mind. And here's my entry into the bonus round.
I don't even know if I've ever seen that one.
That is certainly an obscure
Okay, so I'm calling this grandma eating popsicle,
Yeah,
but
artistic.
artistically, yeah.
Yeah.
She's grandma eating
Okay.
ice cream in the 80s with like a floating. Yeah, you know what I mean? Remember when they used to do that photos in the 80s when you had like your head and then, like you had like your cousins in the background? No, it's just this lady eating ice cream.
Or you'd sit like this.
Yeah.
Okay, lady eating
Just say grandma eating ice cream.
ice cream.
But she's not
In
even,
the
just
80s.
for the record, she's actually just licking it. So we might want to change it.
Okay, you can put the picture down now. I got it. Okay, that's going to need an explainer video on its own when I put that in the graphic and people are like, I don't even know what he's talking about. Okay. I didn't expect that one at all.
I did not expect that one either.
No. And you know
Bonus
what?
round.
I think my bonus round, either you'll know or you don't know, because it's really only valid on one day of the year, on St. Patrick's Day. My bonus selection is the amateur sketch of the leprechaun from the newscast in Alabama many moons ago.
Oh my.
You guys may have not even seen it, but there was a newscast where these people claimed that there was a leprechaun in this neighborhood. So the newscasters went there to do a news story on it. And somehow they made an amateur sketch of the leprechaun that they saw. It is the worst amateur sketch I've ever seen in the entire world. I'll put it up on the screen here. But it was one, Ian, that would have predated you in terms of being in our office.
Okay.
It used to be the meme at St. Patrick's Day between myself, Edward, Rodney. We brought it up every single year because it was so stupid that I had to put it in as my bonus. But again, I didn't feel it was strong enough to be one of my top 7. So a bonus one. It fits perfect, and I will put it in just like so. And our draft is complete.
Wow.
If I had a hammer, that's like the gavel to signal that the draft is being completed. Before we wrap up, are there any that you had on your list that you're like, oh, this could have very easily made my top 7?
Yeah, I have a few more that I think could have gone in.
I have one that I strongly considered, and part of me thinks maybe I should have done it instead of the ice cream licking woman.
Nothing will ever beat that, Duncan. I'm glad that's
it wasn't. It's a little less obscure. It's since it's Halloween time. I think probably one of the better ones for Halloween that I recall is the I Like Turtles kid.
Yeah. I had him on my list.
You had him on your list because I mean it's Halloween. If you haven't seen that one, it's a newscaster is going out to some town, asks a kid a random question, and he completely disregards the question, just responds with "I like turtles."
But he's dressed as like a zombie,
isn't he? Huh?
No, I think he's like a zombie.
He's a zombie.
Which
you're right.
Adds this other layer of if you like turtles, why weren't you a turtle?
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a quality one, Duncan. And I had it on my list, and Trevor and I discussed it in the car. I was going to have it as one of mine, and I just had some others that came ahead. So, no, that's a good one. My one that I would have added would have been the cartoon Arthur, the what is he, an anteater? And there's the one of his fist. Like when you're mad, it shows just a close-up of his fist. Like if you're really mad about something, it gets used quite a bit. And my other one would have been the Oh My God girl, Oh My God, Goosebumps. Yeah, but that's really old school. So I wasn't sure. Ian, do you have any others that would have potentially made the list?
One does not simply walk into Mordor. That's quite one that I see quite a lot with, is it Sean Bean doing the, and then one does not simply with whatever else you want to add after it. And we have Food at Home, another one that I like a lot, whereby they then put a picture of the food at home in inverted commas, which is obviously usually a sort of poor interpretation of the person that they of the thing that they would want originally wanted.
No, those are all the 2 red buttons, guy sweating, can't figure out which one to press. That was another one that didn't make the list. So a lot of different ones there that we could have gone with, but I think overall, just looking at our lists, even including the lady from the 80s eating ice cream, whereas Duncan says it's only licking ice cream. I think overall very quality lists, and I think we should all be very proud of ourselves. So with that, this will now go out to the masses online. We'll get some feedback from both our staff and people that follow us on social. We'll keep the names of the lists hidden so people aren't voting for who they like the most. It has to do with the lists. And then from there, in the next couple weeks, we will announce the Drip King, and you will get your crown and your scepter, and which will be super exciting. And we will carry on with a regular drip next week. So thank you, guys. Thank you very much for being part of history.
Thank you.
The podcast has come so far in almost a year. We've now have a draft.
Wow.
So we're
Amazing.
only one way to go, and you know what way that is?
Well, I don't know how we top this though, Brian.
Well, I mean, yeah. Now we will plateau for a number of weeks before we eventually fall off again. So it'll be great leading into Christmas. So thank you guys on behalf of myself and Duncan and Iain. Thanks for tuning in to the Drip Draft #1 best internet memes of all time. Now, guys, let's get back to work. Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you next time.